So in the previous session, we have discussed about profiles and we have discussed what exactly a profile and what it indicates and what a profile contains and what type of profiles available in Salesforce we have discussed and what exactly a standard profile, what exactly a custom profile, how to create our own custom profiles by cloning an existing one we have discussed in the previous session. And by using this profile in the licenses, how can we add the users to the Salesforce R we have discussed in the previous session. Then what exactly a user and how can we add the users to the Salesforce R we have discussed in the previous session. Now, have you done with this user creation? How many people are done? User creation. Almost. Okay, most of the people. Now, so now if anybody is not yet done, okay, please complete by today, please. Okay. Now, so now as of now, we have created two users in my Salesforce arc, like the development user and the manager user. These are the two users I have created as of now. Now, let me create two more users also over here. How can we create the remaining two users? Let me show you with practical. I'm going to my Salesforce arc. So let's go to the users. Now still we have two more platform licenses are available here. Now click on new user button. I want to create two more users also. The next user will be customer user, user customer. Email ID, I'm giving the same email ID. Username, I would like to specify the username as user.customer 377 at the rate cas.com. I'm giving this nickname as user.customer 377. Title is a customer. Company, the same Honeywell Technologies. Department, development. Division, some IT. Now I would like to assign the platform license. Go to that Salesforce platform, select that profile which we have created in the past. So now please assign custom profiles to the users. Don't assign standard profiles because in standard profiles, all the options are not editable. Okay. Now select this profile, click on save button. Now the user has been created successfully. The user activation link has been sent to the user's email ID here. Now I would like to go to my email ID. I would like to activate this user. Let me go to my Gmail account. So now I have received this email notification. Click on verify account button. Click on reset password and specify the new password for this user. I'm giving the password. I would like to select the security question and the answer. Click on change password button. Now the password will be resetting for this particular user account and the user account will be activated. It will be directly redirecting the user to that account. Now for this user, what type of license we have assigned? Platform. Platform license will be granting the permissions on what? Only custom. Okay. Now, when you go to this applications, you can able to access only custom, no standard. Okay. Now, let me come out from this user account. Let me log into the administrator account now. So let's verify the system overview. I'm going to the system overview to check still how many licenses are remains. When you come down, here we can verify platform licenses. 66% has been utilized, still 34% is remains. That means one more license is still available to me. I have used two Salesforce platform licenses, still one license is remains to me. Let me use that license also to create one more user. I want to create now testing user. So let's go to the users, click on new user button. I'm giving the username as user testing. Email ID, I'm giving the same email ID. Username as user.testing377@cis.com. And the nickname I'm giving as user.testing377. Title I'm indicating as is a test engineer. Company some Honeywell. Department some testing department. Division some QA. Okay, the quality assurance division. Now still I am having one more license is available, that is of type platform. I'm assigning this platform license. Select that profile. Now click on save button. Now the user has been created successfully. This is the user here. So we are able to create the user record over here. Now we need to activate the user. Go to your email. We have received one email notification from Salesforce. Click on verify account button. Specify the password. Confirm password. Security question and the answer. Click on change password button. Now the password will be resetting for the user. For this user also same platform license we have assigned. So now it is going to be providing the permissions on only custom functionalities, no standard. Okay. So what are the licenses that we have? All the 5 licenses we have used. 2 Salesforce licenses, 3 platform licenses. Total 5 licenses we have used. We have added 5 users. Okay. Now, let me log out from this user account. Let me log into my administrator account now. Let's go to the system overview. Let's verify still how many licenses are remains. Go to the most used licenses section, Salesforce platform. All the three licenses has been used, no more available. Two Salesforce licenses are also has been used. All the five licenses are full, no more licenses available. Clear? Understood the concept now? So this is how we are able to create the users in segment Salesforce org. Now, users can log in into my Salesforce org from any location by using their credentials. Each user is having his own username and the password. With their username and the password, they will go to any location. They can use that credentials, go to that login.salesforce.com URL, go to the login screen. They can specify their username and the password. They can log in into our account as well. Okay? Understood the concept here? Now, let me show you that option also. Development user. Now, this is the Chrome browser I'm using here. In this Chrome browser, we are going to be using this administrator account credentials. That means a training batch user logged in here. I would like to use Microsoft Edge browser. I would like to log in. HTTPS login.salesforce.com. I would like to log in into development user account. I'm giving the username and the password. Click on login. Now the user can log in into our Salesforce account. So now he is a development user. See, development user has logged into our Salesforce account at the same time by using Edge browser. Next, one more user, manager user. I want to log into manager user by using Firefox. I'm going to the Firefox. Let me use the URL login.salesforce.com. I'm giving this username. I'm giving the password. Now, here, manager user has logged in. Now this user can able to access only custom functionalities, no standard. He can access only custom applications, Merck Pharma, Farmers Insurance. Next, I would like to log in into customer user here. Now for this one, I would like to use Opera browser. I'm using Opera browser. I'm using this URL. I'm giving the username and the password. Now tell me how many people has logged into my application now? Four users. Okay. So now administrator user is already accessing. At the same time, development user also logged into my account, and then manager user also, customer user also. Like that, n number of users can access your application at the same time from different locations by using their credentials. So in this case, within a single organization, we can add n number of users also, but each user should have a license and a profile. But the profile is not a big deal because the same profile we can assign to multiple people also, but each user should have a separate license over here. By using that license and the profile, we can add those users into my Salesforce org, and all these users can access my application at the same time from different locations with their credentials. Okay, understood the concept till now? No. This is how we can able to add the users to my Salesforce org. As of now, we have added the users to my Salesforce organization. Clear up to this one? Now, now let's see. So now I'm coming to my administrator account. In this administrator account, I'm able to see all the users information. Whatever the users we have added, all the users information we can see. So now this is my administrator account, and then we have added these four users: customer user, development user, manager user, and the testing user. Okay, clear up to this one? Next. Now here you can raise a question. Once a user has been added to my Salesforce org, from there onwards, a user can log in into my Salesforce org and he can able to access my applications and the data. Now, in this case, now tell me, once a user has been getting added, can we modify the user details in future at any point of time? Yes. At any point of time, we can modify the user details. For example, we have development user. So now upon creating this development user, I have given the designation as senior developer here. Suppose recently this person has been got promoted to the next level, like as technical lead. Now, and the two he has been shifted to, he has been promoted to the next department, that is R&D department here. He's working on research and he's building our own custom tools. He's not working for the client project. He's working for our own product. He's doing that, some research and development functionalities. So now in this case here, can we modify the user details? Yes. What details we can modify? Everything we can able to modify. Once the user has been created, at any point of time, we can modify all the details of the user, like the user's first name, last name, title, nickname, alias name, username, email ID, and then division, department, license, profile. Everything can be customizable, no limitations at all. So once the user has been added, at any point of time, we can modify all the user details also. No limitation at all. Even though the username also we can modify email ID, license also, profile also, all the options we can modify as part of our business needs. Then, how to modify these user details? Now, let me explain. Now I would like to modify the development user credential user details. Go to the development user, click on edit button. Now here you can make the changes over here. I want to change his title over here. I'm changing the title to some technical lead. Now he has been shifted to research department, and now this will be R&D division. R&D division he has. Clear up to this one? We can modify any details also, whatever you want. Now click on save button. So now the details has been updated successfully. So now we can able to modify all the details of the users depends upon your requirement here. Okay, understood the concept now? Next. Now for example here, come to a small scenario. Assume that we have development user. Development user is trying to be logging into the account. He is going to the browser. He is using that URL. Now he is logging into that account. He is logging into that account over here. This is the development user account. Now, let me log out from this user account. I'm giving this password. I'm giving the wrong password over here. First time I'm trying here. Login. It will show invalid username or password. Second time also wrong password I have given. Login. Again same problem. Third time, wrong password. I have entered. Fourth time, wrong password. Again same message. Fifth time, wrong password. Same message over here. It will be giving that. That means what? Now tell me here in this case, whenever the user is trying to be logging into that Salesforce account, if he has entered some wrong credentials, okay, wrong credentials multiple times, automatically the account will be getting locked. Like for example, when you go to your banking systems, whenever you are trying to be withdrawing the money by using that ATM debit card from the ATM machine, if you have entered that wrong party's PIN number for 5 times, automatically it will be getting locked for next 24 hours. Depends upon the bank. For few banks, we are having 3 times wrong, okay, invalid credentials. For few banks, we are having 5 times over here. Depends upon the bank. They're having their own option. In Salesforce also, whenever the user is trying to be logging into that Salesforce account, Salesforce is allowing the user to enter the wrong credentials up to maximum of 10 times. Okay, 10 times it will allow us to log in with wrong PIN number. That means wrong password. Even though on 10th time, if the user has entered the wrong password, automatically account will be getting locked. For how long time? For 15 minutes, 1 5. Okay, 1 5. For 15 minutes, account will be in the freezing state. You can't try, okay, with your wrong password for the 15 minutes of time with that username and the password. It won't allow. After 15 minutes, you can try here. Now, in this case, after 15 minutes also, you are unable to remember your password here. Then what can you do? Hmm. Forget password. Even though I have tried with that, I'm unable to, okay, get my password back.
Contact administrator.
Sorry?
Contact
Say another thing.
administrator.
Why? No. Now, in this case here, only system administrator will be having that, okay, wrong. Okay, will be having the permission. Like for example here. So now I'm using that bank account here. I have tried with multiple times to reset the PIN number. I'm unable to do. Then what we can do, we can go to the bank organization here, we can go to the bank branch, we can raise an application. Boss, for my organization, for my bank account, I'm having a PIN number, but recently I have set the new PIN number, but I'm unable to recollect, I'm unable to remember the PIN number. I have tried multiple times also, I'm unable to reset it. Could you please reset the password for my, okay, bank account? Then they will be doing the reset option over here, then we can able to reset. Like the similar way here also. So now whenever the user is unable to log in into their organization, if the user is unable to recollect the password, then we can reset the password also as an administrator. Administrator is having the rights to reset the password for user account. Then how can we reset the password for my Salesforce account? Now let's see. In this case, in order to reset the password for your Salesforce account over here, let's go to that user. For example, assume that development user has requested me, okay, through email notification, dear administrator, I'm the development user. I'm also one of the member of your team. I'm also working for the same project. But since last 6 months, I'm using this Salesforce account. Yesterday I have changed the password, but now when I try to log in into my account, I'm unable to log in because okay, I'm unable to recollect my password which I have entered yesterday. I tried a lot to reset my password, but no luck. So could you please reset the password for my Salesforce account? In this case, as an administrator, it's our responsibility. We need to reset the password for our user. Then how can we reset the password? Just we can able to go to this user account, click on this username, click on this username. Now you will be getting a button called as reset password button. It will be having reset password button. As soon as once you click on this reset password button, now your reset password link will be getting generated. It will send to this user's email ID automatically by default. They can't set any dummy password here. Okay. Now, as soon as once they click on this reset password button, now it is asking for the confirmation. Yes. Click on OK. Automatically, password will be resetting for this user account, that is user development. Now this reset password link will be just sending to that user's email ID automatically by default. Okay. Now the user has to go to his email account. User should go to his email account. He can able to see that email notification. This is the email notification here. Now, finish resetting your Salesforce password. Now open this email notification. Now click on this link. Okay, this is the link. This link validity will be only for 24 hours. Within 24 hours, if you are unable to reset the password with this link, then again we have to send the email notification to administrator. Administrator again they have to reset the password. We have to use a new link again. By using this link, we can able to reset the password within 24 hours of generating this reset password link. Not more than that. Click on this link, click on reset password. Now provide the new password and the confirm password. I'm giving this a new password. Click on change password button. Now we can able to reset the password. We can access our application and we can able to access our account as it is from there. Okay. This is how, as an administrator, we can able to reset the password for our users. If any of the user is facing this problem to unable to log in into the account because of they are unable to remember the password, they have tried with multiple invalid login attempts. At that time, their account will be getting locked. So in that case, they will send an email notification to the administrator to reset the password. So now this is how we need to reset the password for your user account. Okay. Now let me log out from this development user account. Now let me log in into my administrator. Clear up to this one? Next. The next functionality here. Sometimes you can raise a question. So generally in the real time, for a Salesforce organization, how many users will be available? If anybody asks a question in the interview point of view, for your current project, for your current organization in your project, how many users are available? Don't think about that users here. Give the number here. We are having approximately 4,000 to 5,000 users are available. 4,000 to 5,000 users will be accessing our Salesforce organization. We are maintaining an account. We are maintaining an organization which is having the users of around 4,000 to 5,000 users. Okay. So now in this case here, sometimes you can raise a question, sir. Here we are having 5,000 users. Every day, users are logging into our Salesforce R with their credentials. They're performing some transaction. They are performing some operations. In that case, definitely might be some 10 to 15 people will be facing the problem of logging into our Salesforce account because they may forget about the password. In that case, Excuse me. So now in that case here, so now if I'm receiving some daily 10 to 15 users requests, that means 10 to 15 people are sending email notification to me daily regarding reset password. Because those 15 people, okay, are unable to log in into the account because they may forget about the password, so that here they have tried with the wrong password multiple times, their account has been locked. They are sending the email notification to me to reset the password. Then what can I do? Do I need to reset the password for each and every user separately, one by one, one by one, one by one? In that case, if I'm receiving daily 15 requests, then 15 minutes of time I need to spend just to reset the passwords. We have to open the user record, click on reset password button. Then go to the users, select the second user, reset the password. Then third user, reset the password. Fourth user, reset the password. So I need to spend 15 minutes of time just to reset the password for that user account. Instead of resetting the password for each user separately, do we have any chance to reset the password for multiple users in one shot? Yes, there is a possibility here. How? Let's go to these users. Here it is populating this user's information in this table here. For example, today, the customer user, development user, testing user has sent the email notification to me to reset the password. Assume that. These are the three people has sent the email notification to me to reset the password because these three people has changed the password yesterday, but they are unable to recollect that old password, new password. So they ask me to reset the password. In this case, just you can able to select that user's checkboxes here. For which users you would like to reset the password, select those users checkboxes, then click on reset password button. Then as soon as once you click on this reset password button, now Salesforce is going to be collecting this selected user. It will collect the first user over here. That is the development the customer user. It will collect this user and then it will generate a new reset password link. Okay, it will generate a reset password link. It will send it to the customer user's email ID automatically. Then it will take the second user, development user. It will generate one more different reset password link that will be sending to the development user account, user's email ID. And it will be taking the third user, testing user. One more separate reset password link will be generated. It will be sending to this okay manager, testing user's email ID automatically. For each user, a separate reset password link will be generated. It will send to the user's email ID automatically by default. Okay, understood the concept now? Next. So this is how we can reset the password for your user accounts. Okay, next. So now in this case, here you can raise a question. Now, here you can raise a question. Sir, for example, assume that we have a development user. Development user is one of our developer here. He joined my company almost 2 years back. Since the last 2 years, okay, he is accessing our account. He is working on the project. He is building the various functionalities. But today, he is leaving from the company. Today is the last working day for this person in our organization. From tomorrow onwards, he is not part of our organization. He is not part of our project. He is not part of our team. So now in this case, from tomorrow onwards, this development user should not be able to log in into our Salesforce account here. How can we restrict him? How to prevent the user okay from accessing our Salesforce account? What can I do?
So freeze
Change
the
password
use.
can be done only by development user.
Freeze. Can we
Hmm.
freeze the user?
Now, in this case here, okay, in this case here, suppose if there is a deletion option, we can delete this user record. But that already told you user records cannot be removable. If I'm unable to remove this user record, then how can we prevent the user from logging to my Salesforce org? In this case, we have two options are available. In order to prevent the user from logging to your Salesforce org, we have two options are available. First one, deactivation. Second one, freeze. Okay. First one, deactivation. Second one, freeze. We need to deactivate the user or we need to freeze the user here. Then what is deactivation? How to do the deactivation? Upon deactivating this user, what will happen? Once the user has been deactivated, can we reactivate that user again? We'll see all these options here. Then second option we'll see freeze. What do you mean by freeze? How to freeze the user? Upon freezing the user, what will happen behind the screen? And then once the user has been freeze, then how can we unfreeze the user again? Okay, we'll see with the practical. In this case, when coming to the user records cannot be removable from the object. User records are always fixed, permanently available over here. Permanently available. Now, in this case, if you want to prevent the user from logging to your Salesforce account, then we have two options. First one, deactivation. Second one, freeze. Then what is deactivation? What is freeze? How to do that? Okay, now let me explain. Now, let me show you even small picture over here so that you can understand a bit more. Now, let's see the concept over here. By looking into this picture, you can understand very easily. Now, come to a scenario. For example, we have a client like Reddy Labs. We are working for the client Reddy Labs. Now, Reddy Labs is one of our client. Now, we are working for this Reddy Labs to build a pharmaceutical manufacturing automation application by using Salesforce. So, Reddy Labs people has purchased a Salesforce account, which is a licensed account over here, which is an unlimited edition. Now, in this unlimited edition, they have purchased 5 Salesforce licenses. It's not a free, it's a licensed account here. That too, it's an unlimited edition of Salesforce. There, they have purchased 5 Salesforce licenses. Now, with those 5 licenses, we are able to add 5 developers because we are developing the project. So now here in this case here, so now we are having 5 developers in our team. These are the 5 developers. Like we have Ramesh, Praveen, Kishore, Sanjeev, and the Swati. These are the 5 developers are available who are working for this project, okay, for the client Reddy Labs. Now, from out of these 5 members, Ramesh is our technical lead. He is working from US. That means he is working from the client location. Recently, he went to on-site. He is working from the client location. Remaining 4 members are working from offshore. Okay, the remaining 4 members are working from offshore development center from Hyderabad. Ramesh is working from client location, that is from US. Okay, now. So now here in this case, we 5 members are working in the project since last 2 years. So the project has started, okay, 2 years back because it's a long-term project here. Now continuously we are getting some new requirements from the client. We keep on enhancing the project by adding some new functionalities, and we are giving the support to that existing functionalities, existing modules also. Now, so now in this case, these 5 users has joined 2 years back. Since last 2 years, all the 5 members are working for the same project. Now we are delivering the requirements on time. Client also very happy with our deliverables. Now the project is going on in healthy manner. There is no escalations from the client side. Client also very happy with our deliverables. Okay, now suddenly Ramesh got resigned. Suddenly from our team, Ramesh got resigned because he got a new opportunity in a different company with a good promotion, with a good package, with a good onset opportunity very soon. So he got resigned to the company here. He is going to be relieving from the company. So today is the last working day for Ramesh from our project here. Now tell me here. Once Ramesh has left the company here, whenever the Ramesh is leaving from the company, from tomorrow onwards, he is not part of our organization, he is not part of our project, he is not part of our team. So in that case, how can we prevent Ramesh to log in into our Salesforce account from tomorrow onwards? What we can do? Now, in
Will
this
deactivate.
case, we need to deactivate. Why we are deactivating? Because he is not going for vacation. He is not going for leave. He is relieving permanently here. He won't come back again. Okay. So very, very rare chances are available to come back to the company again over here. Now, in this case, he is relieving permanently from the company so that here he won't come back. So that I would like to deactivate this user. Then, how to deactivate this user over here? Whenever we are creating the user, there is a small checkbox is available active. Okay, active checkbox. Now, let's go to that. I'm going to the development user over here. Click on edit button. Now, there is a checkbox here. Active checkbox. Now, in this case here, we need to unselect this checkbox over here. Unselect the checkbox, save it. Okay? Understood the concept here? From now onwards, the user can't log in into my Salesforce arc. Okay, user can't log in into my Salesforce arc. Now let's see. In this case, I'm unselecting this user. Unselecting this user. Click on save. User has been deactivated here. When the user tries to log in into his account, now development user. When he try to log in into this user account, even though we have given this correct password, it won't allow here. Okay, it won't allow to log into the user account because user account is already deactivated over here. Okay, now tell me in this case here. In this case, what will happen? How can we deactivate? We have discussed. Whenever I'm deactivating the user, what will happen behind the screen? Now, for example, come to a scenario. 6 months back, I have joined some company TCS, okay, as a developer. So now, while joining the company has given so many resources to me. They have given one ID card, access card, and a laptop also to work from home. So now today is my relieving day from the company. Today is my last working day. Whenever I'm relieving from the company, what about these resources? Can I bring all these resources along with me to my home? No, these are not my resources. These are not my assets. These are the company assets. Whenever we are relieving from the company, whatever the resources given by the company to you, all those resources we have to return back to the company. Your ID card, access card, laptop, if there is any mobile also, if there is any other resources given by the company to you to work on the project, all these resources we have to return back to the company here. Like the similar way here also, upon creating this development user, I have given a resource. What is that? License. I have given one license to the user. In this case, whenever we are deactivating the user, automatically whatever the license I have assigned to the user, that license it will return back to the organization. Okay, that license it will return back to the organization. Now that license we can assign to a different user also here. Because once Ramesh is leaving from the company, Ramesh position will be replacing with a new employee. For that new employee, this license we are going to assign over here. Okay, understood the concept over here? Same like our general scenarios itself. Okay, whenever we are deactivating the user, for that user whatever the license has been assigned, that license will be getting returned back. So now that license we can assign to a different user as well. Now let me show you. Just now I have deactivated the user. Let's go to that system overview. Go to the system overview. Which user we have deactivated here? Development user. For development user, what license we have assigned? Salesforce, right. Now let's come down. Do we have any Salesforce license available with you? Yes or no? Yes, one license is available over here. So whatever the license we have assigned to the development user, that license has been returned back to the organization. Now this license we can assign to different user over here. Okay? This is the functionality of deactivation. So from there onwards, user can't log in into your Salesforce account. Okay? Now, so now here you can raise a question. Sir, even though we have deactivated the user, keep on he's trying to be logging into a Salesforce account to do some malfunction. In that case here, whenever he is trying to be logging into the Salesforce account, it will track all the information into my Salesforce account. From there, we can take a printout of this, all this, okay, malfunctioning. We can go with the legal process on the people here. The facility is available. Salesforce will track everything automatically internally. Where it will track, I will show you with practical as well. Okay, now I will come to that point. That is the next one. Okay, now. So now here in this case, for example, Ramesh left the company 1 week back. Okay, he got relieved from the company here. Now, as part of our team, Ramesh is the most senior guy. He is having very good experience and he is having more technical skills. And that too, whenever we are facing some major issues in the product or the production, immediately Ramesh is jumping into that issue. He is fixing those issues very fastly because he know in and out of this entire functionality of that project, so that he is able to root cause the problems very fastly. He can able to fix the problem very fastly if you're facing in the production. Now, once Ramesh left the company, there are so many major issues are happening in the production. We tried a lot to fix those issues. For few issues, we are unable to fix on time, so that so many escalations are happened. Client also not happy. Client is also facing so many issues from the end users. So now here in this case, when coming to the client, he has suggested to the HR team, why can't we bring that Ramesh back to the company again? Because previously also the similar kind of problems maybe arise. During that time, Ramesh was there. He's fixing those issues very fastly because he is more senior guy in the team. And that too, he is having very good technical functionalities. And then he is able to fix those issues very fastly. So that here, why can't we get the Ramesh back to the company? So HR people has contacted Ramesh. They have requested Ramesh to rejoin the company again. And then they're ready to offer whatever he demands. Whatever the package he wants, whatever the promotion he wants, whatever the on-site opportunity he wants, they're ready to provide very soon. So in this case, Ramesh also agreed with that. He's ready to come back to the company. Today, Ramesh is rejoining my company again. Still, that position is vacant. The position is not yet filled. We are searching for the new resource for that position here. So we are unable to find out a suitable resource. In this case, today Ramesh is going to be rejoining my company. Then what we can do? Do I need to create one more user? No, because till last week he is our employee here. Okay, now right now here he got recently relieved from the company. So now we no need to create a new user. Just you can go to the user account, reactivate that user. Okay, now go to that user here. Click on this edit button for the development user. Then how do we know whether he is deactivated? Now it is indicating that the checkbox here. There is a column called as active column here. Now this active column is indicating whether user is in active status or not. If the user is active, it will be selecting this checkbox here. If the checkbox is not selected, that means user is in inactive here, deactivated user. Click on edit button. Now select the checkbox active. Click on save button. Now the user will be getting reactivated. Now here one small point here. Before reactivating the user, first of all, we have to check that license is still available or not. In this 1 week of time, if that license is assigned to some different user, you can't reactivate this user. License should be available first. Please remember the point over here. Okay. Before reactivating the user, we have to check whether that license is still available in the organization or not. If the license is available, then only we can able to reactivate the user, or else it won't allow. Now, from now onwards, Ramesh can able to log in into that user account. Let me give that same password. Now Ramesh can able to log in into the account. He can access the features. He can work on the project from there onwards as usual. Okay. This is the functionality of deactivation and reactivation of the user. Okay. Next. Second mechanism. The second way is freeze. We are having an option called as freeze. Freeze and unfreeze. So now generally, what do you mean by freeze? Freezing in the sense what? Suspending the permissions. Like for example, when coming to your mobiles, you are having some media players. In YouTube also we are playing that. So now YouTube also having a built-in media player to play some audio and the video files. In every media player, we are having two options: pause, resume. Pause means what? Stop playing that audio or video. That means we are suspending that playing that video or audio. Resume means what? Restart that playing that video or audio. Okay, like the similar way here also we have freeze and freeze. Okay, now what do you mean by freeze? Now let's see. In this case here, come to a scenario. For example, inside my organization, we have a lady member Swati. Swati is also a senior member here in the technical team. She is also a senior developer. She is working in the project since last 2 years. She is also delivering the requirements on time. Now, now Swati is going for the maternity leave for the next 3 months of time. Swati is going for a maternity leave for the next 3 months of time. So she can't come to the office. She can't work in our project for next 3 months of time. Now tell me, whenever Swati is going for maternity leave, that means that she is completely relieving permanently from the company? No, she is not relieving from the company. Still she will be part of our company. Still she will be part of our team. Still she will be part of our project. But because of some health issues, she can't come to the office. She can't work on our project for some time. Once she recovered from the health issues, she will come back to the company. She will rejoin our team. She will work on the project as it is. In this meantime, in this 3 months of time, whenever we need her support, she is ready to work from home also. She is ready to support us. If there is any emergency deliverables, if there is any major production issues, she is ready to help us also from home. So now in this case here, whenever Swati is going for the maternity leave, now for the 3 months of time, she can't come to the office, she can't work on the project. So in this meantime, in this 3 months of time, other people can't misutilize Swati's account. Swati's credentials can't be utilized by other people. Suppose, for example, if any hacker people has hacked these details, hacker people has collected the Swati's username and the password, there are some chances they can do some malfunctioning with Swati's credentials. For that reason here, to avoid this kind of malfunctionings, we would like to suspend the permissions for Swati to log in into the account over here. In this case, we would like to freeze this user over here. Then how can we freeze this user? Now let's see. Whenever we are freezing the user can't log in into that application here. Now I'm going to the development user account. Open the development user account here. We have the option freeze button. When we click on freeze button, it will show unfreeze button automatically over here. Now click on freeze. User has been freeze. Freezing means what? User can't log in into my Salesforce account. Now, when you go to this user account over here, this is the development user account. Now, when you click on that here, it will be coming out from that user automatically because we have freeze that user account. They can't perform any operation over here. The moment you are freezing that user, from that moment, the user can't perform any other operations over here. Okay. From that moment, the user can't perform any other operation. When you click on any link, when you click on any button, it will check whether still user is active or not. If yes, it will process that request, or else it will show the message due to inactivity, you can't perform this operation. Okay, clear? Now, so the users can't log in into my account here. Now tell me in this case, whenever Swati is going for that maternity leave, will this person is going to returning all these assets back to the company? ID card, access card, laptop, she needs to return back to the company? No, she is not returning because here still she is part of her company, still she will be part of her project in the team. She can bring all these resources to the home. Like the similar way here also, whenever we are freezing the user, for this user we have given that license. License will not be returned back. License will be still with the user itself. Until or unless you are not deactivating, license will not return back. Okay, now let's go to your administrator account. Let's check that system overview. Refresh this. I have freeze that development user account. Let's check that. Do we have that license has been returned back over here? No. Still the licenses are full. License is not returned back over here. Clear? Now. So now here once she is done with that, okay, health issues, once she recovered from the health issues, we can click on unfreeze. Once you click on unfreeze, from there onwards, the user can log in into our application as it is. Just you can go back, specify the credentials. She can log in into the account as it is. She can work on the project as usual over here. Okay, understood the concept here? This is how we can able to prevent a user from logging into our Salesforce arc. We can deactivate, we can freeze. So these are the two options are available. Okay, in the entry point of view, they will raise a question. Can we delete the user record or not? Say confidently no. Don't give much information here. Okay, don't give much information. Just you can say one single word, no, we can't delete user records. Then they will raise a question, how can we prevent the user from login? Then just you can explain them here, deactivation or freeze. That's it. Don't give much information. Don't get into the depth. Just you can use two words, deactivation, freeze. Then they will raise a question, what is deactivation, what is freeze? Then explain the actual functionality here. Okay, clear? Now, so this is how we can able to manage the users inside your Salesforce arc. We can able to add the users. We can modify the user details also over here. We can reset the users passwords. We can deactivate and then we can freeze the users also over here. Okay, clear? Next, we have some more options are available as part of user management. Tomorrow we'll see some more options, like we are having the options of, okay, login access policies also, and then we can able to verify the option of, okay, session settings also we can verify, and the login history also. Everything we'll see one by one in tomorrow's session. Then we'll see the concept of role hierarchy and the OWD options over there. Okay, tomorrow we are
Sir,
having the session as usual, 5 o'clock, normal timings.
sir,
Thank you. Yes.